to work at Motorola as an assistant engineer for an engineer that was assigned to build a memory system for Singer Link for their flight simulator systems. I think it was for B-52 at the time. We had a penalty clause where the system had to be finished by the end of the year. About, I think it was mid-October, totally blindsided, the guy that I was working for dropped dead from leukemia over the weekend. After he died, the next Monday they called me into the office, the vice president did, and said I was going to be put in charge of that project. And I had only been working on it for maybe 6 weeks, something like that. So it was a big learning curve for me, and we still had the same deadline, so I only had about 8 weeks to finish it. Second week of December, we delivered the product. Everybody was happy, and got called back into the VP's office, gave me a promotion and an $8,000 Christmas bonus, and off we went. A group of people from New York came to see us from a company called Phonar. The head guy from their group pulled out a checkbook and wrote us $1 million check for 2 boxes. So Phonar became a big customer, and that was the very first magnetic resonance imagery system that was ever developed. We worked with General Electric, Siemens, Picker, all developing the first CAT scanners that were ever developed. And then Goodyear Aerospace came along, and we did a flight simulator package for them. And then we got into some really strange customers like NASA. We did a job for, or a system for DFVLR, which was the German space agency, who bought 4 boxes, and what they did is they captured all the data from space in a particular line of sight, and then they'd build a cube out of it, and they could slice the data XY, XZ, or YZ, so they could take a slice of space and find out where all the asteroids were, or meteors, whatever that could be in the way, and they were using it to map trajectories for space flight. Well, the box itself is a group of up to 16 memory boards. You have to have at least 8 boards to get full efficiency, or up to 16, which was 288 RAMs on each card, times 16 cards, which gave you a high capacity. It was a 17-inch wide rack. I'm trying to think, I think it was about 1 foot tall, and it had a fan array underneath it to keep it cool. And these would fit in large cabinets, and you might stack as many as 4 of them in a cabinet, which would probably get you up to about 6 foot high. You'd have to develop a custom interface to whatever kind of computer you were talking to. And some of the interfaces were pretty complex. One of our customers, in fact was our biggest customer, was IBM, developing memories for their systems that actually built the ICs. So we went to East Fishkill, where they bought about 300 boxes, and these were $500,000 a box. So it was quite a financial jumping in by IBM, but they had an area in East Fishkill of about 300 acres of solid buildings that did nothing but make ICs. So it was a pretty big project for them. It was kind of interesting because I was basically going out there every summer for 3 or 4 years, and after the first year they just decided to give me my own office. So every summer I'd come out, they'd dust this place off and open it up for me, and I'd have my own office and place to stay out there. And it was a lot of fun working with some pretty brainy people at IBM. Enjoyed that.